coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is On the Block with Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This is On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
That's right, it is. Welcome to it. We are stream only for now. We will be back on the radio dial here in not too long. It's the Kansas City Royals and Minnesota Twins knotted at 2 on the brick and mortar right now.
And your boy's an offer.
My boy Bobby Witt Jr. is actually up to bat. He's 2 for 3 today. He's got runners on the corners and 1 out. Again, Royals and Twins tied at 2 in the 7th. We'll see if the good guys prevail. Looks like Bobby Witt Jr. hits a deep sacrifice fly. Royals will end up taking the lead. Drew Waters just called up from Omaha, scores the current go-ahead run. So hope them apples taste good to you, Twins fan Jay Foreman.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah, that don't taste too good.
That's right. Still the 7th inning. So
Shots fired.
plenty of time to play. Go Royals. This is On the Block, brought to you by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Stricky, we know what Jay likes about the Mercado.
Every kind of meat,
like
every kind of cut in the summer sausage. Pause.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see this is going to be a short one today. I see exactly how you guys up in the Metro act. First is Rashawn, now you coming there throwing a grenade over the bow.
No, for real though. Jay, you my guy. If it doesn't get any bigger, you the man. You my guy.
Yeah, I see what you on today. Yeah, I see exactly what you on.
What I'm really on is what we're gonna talk about at some point today. How crazy it was in Dallas, Texas last night.
You talking about what the Lakers did?
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about it second hour. So
I'll be second hour, 4:30.
You was talking about what they were doing yesterday. What they could have done. I was talking about what they were going to do and what they did. Came down to Dallas and put in work.
I have no faith in Dallas with all that they got going on. They tanking. They're tank. Want to get in the tank team.
Yeah, you all right, man.
Yeah, they not gonna get Cooper Flag, so it ain't gonna matter. They don't got nowhere really to go.
It's true. If you can't get Cooper Flag, you've probably just sold your franchise. I mean, just better safe than sorry.
No, you went a little bit too far with that one, my guy.
Well, it's not because like Dallas is trying to fold his franchise
anyway.
About to
be Adam Morrison.
He's about to be Larry Bird.
He's about to be Adam
John
Morrison.
Stockton.
Out the league in 4 years.
You wish.
Jay, talk to me.
You don't even believe. I don't believe he's gonna be out the league in 4 years.
Jay,
Rookie
he's
contract
gonna be
for 5.
Jay, is he gonna be Keith Van Horn or Austin Crozier?
If he's Austin Crozier, he's cold-blooded. Keith Van Horn was cold until he got hurt.
Ooh, Stricky thinks Austin Crozier is a thief.
Austin Crozier, or you say Keith Van Horn?
Austin Crozier is a thief. He's Chandler Parker.
I was thinking about Korolenko from Utah.
Andre Korolenko.
He's nice.
Yeah, if you Van Horn, he'd be all right. Then if he's Van Horn or Crozier,
he actually got more in his tool bag than Keith Van Horn. To be honest, I gotta be honest about that. I can't even throw my hat on that one.
He'd be like Wally Zerbiak, a little bit more athletic and bigger.
No, you mean taller? Because Wally was kind of big, broad shoulder.
That's what I meant, taller.
Okay. Yeah. Because
Wally. What about Scalabrini? He's the one that found Cooper.
No.
Nah.
Wally was good until KG sucker punched him on the training table, just off GP.
Yeah, he went south at the show.
Just walked in early in the morning too. My boy was training. 9:15 in the morning. Good morning.
2-piece chicken wing and a biscuit.
It was just one.
It wasn't a Kobe 2-piece.
Not like what's the little dude that from New York Knicks that dimed him up?
Chris Childs.
Chris Childs gave him a quick 2-piece.
Chris Childs was one of my hang buddies when I played with the Knicks. That was one of my guys.
Yeah, he got those jabs off quick though.
Quick.
Yeah.
Boots Ennis type fighting this weekend too. I'm gonna watch that.
402-464-5685. If you have a Cooper Flag comparison, we can get to that throughout the show. Speaking of draft and players to come, Dane Brugler of The Athletic put out his piece on some Nebraska players. I'm going to read the write-ups on 3 Nebraska players for you guys. I want you to tell me who you think Dane Brugler is talking about. So here's just the kind of summary of it. Overall,
what a name.
Overall, this player might lack star potential, but rugged competitors with his size, toughness, and ability never go out of style in the NFL. He projects as a rotational defender who fits both even and odd fronts.
That's Ty Robinson.
Is it?
That's Ty Robinson.
It's Ty Robinson.
Yeah.
You ain't had to ask more than once. I already know that.
Okay. Grade.
He was trying to get me to confirm it.
I was.
And I said.
But he saw what you was on.
I was on top. I was with that.
Today, dog.
No. What'd I do, Austin?
You just suspect.
Did I not go?
You were not.
I'm just saying, you just in general.
Okay, next one.
You got to recover by 4 o'clock.
Overall, this player is a compact, sawed-off plugger with limitations, but stands out because of his power and competitive energy, which could earn him a reserve role.
Third. Oh, pause. You ready?
Yeah, let me hear what you got.
What round 3rd through 5th.
For Ty?
Yes.
Dane Brugler says 3rd or 4th round. So
That's what I
right
say.
on.
Yeah.
I say 3rd.
Yeah.
I think he gets up to 3rd.
I think he
early 4th at the worst.
I think if there's a run in the late 1st round on tackles, he gets up early 3rd. I'm telling you, man. He's got a lot of potential there.
Mm-hmm. Do you think with Ty, team matters?
No, he has position flexibility. He's gotten better, and he's only going to get better when he can get like a little bit more technique, and he can play any of those. Always, he can play from a 0 technique all the way out to a 6 easily, and be somewhat effective. And obviously 3 technique and all that would probably be his best, but he's big enough and strong enough to do a lot of things.
For the listeners, those who are not as
football verse,
eloquently inclined, astute with the knowledge. Mm-hmm. Break down 0 to 6 technique.
A 0 is essentially head up on the nose.
Right.
You're swiping the ball as the center tries to.
Yeah, and then you just go. 1 is right next to him. 2 is like
over the guard,
over inside shade of the guard. 3 is outside shade of the guard. Mm-hmm. If you want to know the best guy to think of a technique is number 90, whoever wore 99, right? Or Warren Sapp, Aaron Donald, and before Warren Sapp and Aaron Donald, John Randall. That's the 3 technique. 4 is a little bit wider inside of the tackle. 5 is head up the inside. 6 is essentially a little outside shade of the tackle.
So, like, Sweat is like a good 6 technique guy.
From Philly?
Yeah.
He's a little bit more edge. He's more of a 9 technique. That's a wide
9.
Wide 9.
Stand up.
Yeah,
typically.
That's a stand up.
That's why I like working with you. You're going to break it down.
He's trying to essentially condense the formation. He is trying to he's stopping the run on the way to the quarterback.
Yeah,
but if you can play all those positions effectively, and he has experience of playing them all, that's where I think you could maybe see him.
That's the versatility
and get drafted up a little bit higher. Whereas a team like say a team, their top 3 guys at defensive tackle positions are gone. Well, now you got a guy that maybe not your number 4 at that position, but he gives you, maybe he's your number 6, but then he's your number 2 inside guy. So now you start thinking, okay, now we can play him on base downs here, pass downs here, big personnel here. He'll play special teams, and he's a good kid off the field.
Yeah,
hard worker, great teammate.
Okay.
There it is.
Next summary. Overall, this player is a compact, sawed-off plugger with limitations, but stands out because of his power and competitive energy, which could earn him a reserve role.
Nash.
Yeah.
It is Nash Hutmaker. Good job. You guys 2 for 2 so far. What's a round do you guys think Nash Hutmaker gets picked in?
I think Nash is late 5, early
5
6.
to 7.
Yeah.
And I think he worked out better than what his build shows. And also I think he showed more athletic ability out there in the All-Star game. I think he had an interception, but he made a play. Mm-hmm. And so I think his offseason is probably his only thing that would have been better. I think he should have been invited to the combine. I don't know why he wasn't, but I think he should have been invited to the combine. But the thing he did, he performed well at his pro day. And I think he has position flexibility too, more than what people originally
think.
Right. So
do you think with Nash, Jay, that Nash is in need of weight loss, tone, more speed, more agility? What area?
I think he's fine. I think
he's fine where he's at?
His weight, from year 1 to year 2 under the new staff is good. The wrestling, he lost some weight. So I think he's fine. I think he's like probably about 305. I'm 300, 305. That's all you need. Which I think he ran well at his pro day. So he's done everything he needed to do.
He's more of a 3-4 guy.
I mean, ideally for him, but I think he's also shown the ability to play the probably 0 to the 2
4,
and potentially the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he has experience of playing it all too. And he can, he can move a little bit too, in the stunts and stuff. So I think he's okay. He's done well for himself. And now hopefully, he just gets his name called.
Brugler has him as a free agent. Doesn't like his balance either, which, pick your team, potentially. Yeah. Next one. Overall, this is a good-sized player with the competitiveness and athleticism to push for early playing time in the NFL. Drafting him will require a leap of faith that he'll return to his earlier form, but it won't be surprising if he outplays his draft spot.
That's got to be DB.
That's got to be Tommy Hill, right?
It is Tommy Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Stricky laid the breadcrumbs. Laid the breadcrumbs. Good job, Stricky.
Jay,
finished it off.
Teamwork make the dream work. See, you done came in here talking crazy about Stricky. I'm focused, man.
Yeah, you starting to recover a little bit. Thursdays, you kind of suspect.
Until Kevin Meyer gets in here.
Never forget. First month of the year, there were mock drafts with Tommy Hill going in the first round.
Yeah.
This write-up says it is both a mark in his favor and against him that he was playing through the injury, right? Good on him for trying to compete through it. But man, some of that film, when teams don't know or might not ask about if you're injured or if that's how close to full speed were you, he hurt himself by playing as much as he helped himself, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's what I told you guys
Yeah.
about when I was in the league. It's not worth it.
Yeah, in most cases,
in a lot of cases, it's not. You don't get credit for it, man.
Yeah, you don't.
You really don't, especially as a professional.
Yeah, because look at Baker Mayfield. He had a torn labrum, took him to the playoffs, and then
I'm off.
You got surgery, and they're like, "Yeah, your arm strength wasn't good."
Yeah,
right.
So yeah, it's tough, man. I think the NFL will go back and watch his tape. Biggest thing for Tommy, he's got to get healthy, and when you get healthy physically, then mentally it comes with, and it's not a potential or talent thing. So those things go together. I'm sure he's on the mend. He has quite a time or quite a bit of time to get healthy, and so I think the biggest thing for him is going to a place where they got a good locker room, and there's some pros around him that can teach him how to be professional. And then once he gets his idea of what being a professional is and he applies himself, then the rest is up to what's on the field.
Next one is Stricky's boy. Overall, this player is a good athlete with appealing length and speed, but he hasn't yet played his best football and will need to develop quickly once in an NFL camp to earn a role. He didn't play much special teams in college, which will need to change at the next level.
That's Fedoni.
I said Stricky's boy.
It's either Fedoni or Isaiah Nair.
I think it's Nair.
It's Fedoni.
Dang it.
Here's the Nair write-up. Overall, he is arguably the most physically gifted athlete in the 2025 NFL draft class, but aggressive defenders can negate his physical advantages, and the inconsistencies in his game make him a better talent than a football player. He has upside as a receiver and will help his chances if he can prove himself as a gunner on special teams. Again, both those guys kind of lead dogs on Nebraska's offense. They're supposed to be. Didn't get special teams reps. Didn't help themselves in the pros that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get your starting receiver to do that, but I think
Devontae Smith did it the year he won the Heisman.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a little different, situation. But sure, yeah. I mean, you could have, and that's a personal choice, but maybe it was a situational choice as well. And maybe they had some other guys that were capable.
The Athletic has Fedoni as a 5th or 6th round pick, has Nair as a 6th round pick straight up. Which one goes higher, Jay, in the NFL draft? Fedoni or Nair?
That's supply and demand. I'll just say Fedoni, just because I can't even say he's done better than Isaiah at the combine, but I think you look at his tape, the last 2 games, Fedoni definitely in the bowl game did well, and I'll give Fedoni, and he did well at the Senior Bowl too. So
Stricky,
I'll give it to Fedoni.
Stricky,
let me make sure I'm hearing the question.
Who gets drafted first? Thomas Fedoni, Isaiah Nair. Who goes higher?
What if they don't? Either of them get drafted.
I'm just saying if they're going to get drafted.
I personally think somebody will take a. Well, no, I'm probably going to say Nair, and here's the reason why. I think Fedoni, someone's going to take a flyer on, but you're not going to want to risk a draft pick on him if it happens, right? And the reason being is I've got questions about his blocking.
That was in the piece as well. They say he's a very up and down blocker.
Yeah, that's the part I think that gives me pause, because
gives you what?
Jay, pause.
Thank you,
Jay, and I mean not put your pause on him, but Jay, real talk.
What's happening
in the league? The best thing that you can have, and I'm asking because you are the resident veteran.
Mm-hmm.
The league is looking for versatility. Would you agree? as opposed because right now to me, if you just go off of him, he's a one-trick pony.
Mm-hmm.
He can get in routes, run good routes. He's a mismatch problem.
Right.
But you're probably not going to be a Kelsey. They're not looking at you for that. They're going to want you to be versatile and use a lot of that. And I just don't know. I have to have a heart check. I thought I'm going to give him credit because I think he got better.
Yeah.
I got to give him credit for that. He worked. He got better. It looked better than some of the film I saw 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But especially on some wham blocks where if I got a wham block, Jay, I'm head hunting.
You're salivating.
Like, I'm salivating. I'm like, ooh. But he would kind of go over there and be like, I didn't like that, Jay. Talk to me.
To be honest with you, every tight end that goes in the league as rookies can't block.
Okay.
Can't block.
Which rookie tight end did you teach they couldn't block?
Every single one of them. Ain't no rookie blocking me, man. But I mean, to be honest with you, all of them have it because it's such a technique game, and generally in college, they're so much better than the players they're going against. They don't have really, really sound technique, and your technique doesn't need to be good for one play or one game. It's got to be good and dependable all year. And so the blocking thing is he probably has to catch up and versus another tight end, say like an Iowa tight end. I don't even know if they have a tight end this year or they have Lachey. But I think every tight end has to catch up. The biggest thing is, which I think is true, is he a willing blocker?
Mm.
That's where so I know he's
willing more so than able right now.
Yeah, and that's everybody. And that's still different going from high school to college to pros. As long as he's a willing blocker, coaches can work with it. And but then as you're willing, then you hopefully become able, because Travis Kelce is not a very good blocker, but he knows how to get a block when he needs to. That comes from smarts, and that comes from experience.
And sometimes blocking is just really positioning and being shield.
Yeah, they're not trying to destroy you in the league. They're just trying to get in the way, because the way that the plays are drawn up in the league is for one person to make a mistake, and it's the running back's job
to make that person
go where the mistake is and hit his head on the goalpost. So that's what. So as long as he starts to understand that, he'll be fine. I think the biggest thing for him is, I think he's proved that, the injuries are 2 years behind him. It was productive at times, and he still needs to get better, and he ran well.
Last thing on this, and Austin too. Give me an archetype of what you think. Is he like what's my guy's name? The big fella from Minnesota that caught all the doggone touchdowns for them. Tight end.
Rudolph?
Yes. Is he Kyle Rudolph? Is he give me an archetype of what you think of what the potential of what Fedoni could be.
He would like to probably be Kyle Rudolph. I mean, that's what he would like to be. I don't know where he's at right now. He's probably more like the guy from the Jets that came from Denver.
Conklin?
Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't. I mean, I don't think I think he's got the size, he's got the speed, or whatever, ran well. Now you just got to put the whole thing together.
Could he be late career Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy still was a problem.
He was
maybe,
but not the same. Like
no, not the same. No way near.
Relied on athleticism.
Maybe
found a way at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Where my head goes.
So. Or you'd like to see if he could be like Knox from Buffalo, where he's the second guy, but he comes up with big catches and he blocks more. He's the down on the down on the line. Inline blocker. So I mean, it just comes down to working on your technique. Everybody had to get better. And when you go to the league, everybody's got to get better. Now there's some people have more growing pains than others, but it's generally what you put into it. And you got to get a good tight end coach that knows how to teach, or any coach teach you whatever the scheme and the techniques are based on your skill set.
And Nebraska tight ends have done a pretty good job of sticking in the league recently. Yeah. I mean, nothing against Marcus Satterfield, but I think about the guys that Sean Beckton coached. Those guys have really hung around.
Yeah. I mean, look, AAU, the I guess the emergence of tall players like Giannis and all these guys have forced a lot of guys to rethink basketball, and they got them on the football field.
And that's real talk.
So, you got 6'6", 6'7" tight ends, 6'4". Those used to be, some
Fours.
fours and threes, or some cases a 2. Now they're doing Oklahoma drills and just essentially playing basketball on turf, because they're just boxing guys out, and then these guys can really run.
They got a good gait on them because they're used to
getting
out in the fast break.
The breaks, and it's just essentially using their catch radius and just boxing out and rebounding.
Yeah.
And the ball's coming straight to you most of the time.
Guess what they tried to make Stricky?
You was a wingback, Jack.
They tried to make me a tight end.
Where?
Like when I was playing in the league, my agent got a call from a professional team saying
Who was it?
I can't tell you.
You can't be.
You have to tell us that. Come on. You can't just drop that.
Did you see when Draymond was
statute of limitations?
No, I can't tell you the team, but no, for real. A team called my agent and said, we would like him to come to camp to look at being a tight end. I just said nah.
Sure, you can't tell us the team.
Ain't for everybody, man. You see when Draymond tried to play football? and he did. He was out.
Never forget Cohen Carr was recruited as a wide receiver from Michigan
State. I don't have a
State.
problem with the physicality of the game. That's what I loved about basketball. I think for me, it was the grind and the injury risks for me that kind of. And once my shoulder got injured, I was just like,
yeah, you didn't want to come. Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah,
I had that sting because I would have had to get surgery. I would have had to get surgery to, fix it. I had an AC joint separation.
Yeah.
And I would have had to get it fixed. And I was like, no.
Do linebackers know that sort of thing about tight ends?
Oh, if you're injured?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I know they got to put it on the designation.
I would always get those stingers, Jay. It's just my neck went, my whole arm would go limp.
Call the hook and hold foul, ref.
That's what told me I need to. Let me go over here.
Hey man, I remember we played Miami Dolphins one time. Zach Thomas had this is when you got a concussion, you still play. They put you right back,
right back in the game.
Hey man, hey man, I got knocked out in Kansas City. I didn't know I finished the game. You know what I mean? But we were playing Zach Thomas. And this is when obviously their defense was really rolling, but he had got a concussion the week before. And Sam Gash, it was our fullback. He had this look. It was like a sick look on his face, man. It was like it was demented.
Yeah.
Right. And we used to call him Big Gash, Big Homie. And he had this, and he never wore a mouth guard. He had a big dip in his mouth. He country boy, played at Penn State from North Carolina. And he was
if he got hit, he spit all kinds of dip on you.
He's gangster with it.
He swallow it.
He putting you to sleep.
Oh,
he putting cats to sleep. And I was like, "What's up, big cuz?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Zach Thomas got knocked out next week. I gotta get him out by halftime." Yeah,
so y'all looked at them reports.
Oh yeah,
we're trying to see who we go at.
You got an ankle.
Yeah,
you gotta touch it.
When you tackle somebody, if you knew they had an ankle, it was just a little extra twist on it.
Not really. Depends.
You know what I mean?
It depends on who it was, but very rarely. But it's more or less the limitations of what they can and can't do. Like if a DB has an ankle, then you want to really make him, cover some double moves and quick moves. Now, if he has a hamstring or something, you want to take him on a lot of deep routes. It's all.
Yeah.
And if somebody's coming back off of an injury, you want to know what that is and ask the trainers, what's it look like when E-Strict comes back from an AC joint?
Yeah.
Well, then I got to hit that shoulder every single time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a specific. Yeah. It's not like Saints Gate, but it's a specific.
It's
target.
just game plan.
Yeah, it's a game plan. It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's not like what Greg would. Now I will tell you, when we played Edgerrin James,
we got to go to break.
Hey,
we got to go to break.
Yes,
we got to go to break.
I had another question.
We got to go to break, though. We're there. Jerry got on and popping.
He said, crank up the John Deere and get about.
We're going to take our first break of the show. More football conversations in hour one of On the Block.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta Bush with Woods Rose Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text the word HOME to 402-534-1919. That's HOME to 402-534-1919.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
More NFL draft chatter here related to Husker football specifically. Austin Orman, Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland with you. Royals just wrapped up a 3-2 win over Minnesota. Royals take 3 out of 4 as they come back home. Fellas, looking at that same breakdown of the NFL draft by Dane Brugler from The Athletic, every year that I read this, the first thing I do is I just Control F and search for all the times Nebraska is mentioned. On the one hand, to see which Nebraska players he's going to be talking about, read those write-ups, obviously. But the other part of this that I find interesting is when Nebraska is mentioned as a notable offer for a player at some point. And the first one that really stood out to me is that Nebraska was the first offer for Isaiah Bond. That was kind of crazy. You gonna get it, Tricky?
Missed it. I'm gonna get him though. He gonna mess around and catch this. Look, he gonna catch this, Austin.
Catch that cat.
He gonna catch it.
Go get him, Stricky.
What we got, my boy?
Either way, Isaiah Bond, Nebraska was in on him early. He's listed as the 10th best wide receiver in the class from Texas. So where then Nebraska was mentioned. So
I just need to know what's wrong with the Atlanta Braves. Oh, I'm sorry. That's
a 4-star recruit. Bond was the second-ranked athlete behind Malachi Starks in the 22 recruiting class. And the number 6 recruit in Georgia, he was ranked as the number 52 recruit nationally. The spring after his freshman season, Bond picked up his first scholarship offer from Nebraska in May of 2019. He was recruited as a cornerback by some schools and a receiver by others. His recruitment started to take off following his junior season. Nebraska was 2 years early on this guy. 2 years early. He's from Buford. Yeah, went Buford, Georgia, Buford High. Nebraska's had some success in getting guys out of there. He wanted to stay closer to home, though. He committed to Florida, reopened his recruitment, did come down to Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. Was at Georgia for a couple years, and then, of course, ended up going to Florida. Isaiah Bond, do we think that's a guy that could have helped Nebraska out?
Well, I mean, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's development, and of course he could. I mean, he's been one of the hot names, I think, in this draft process. And I think when you play in the college football playoffs and he had a couple good games, and it obviously helps you. And then obviously he ran really well and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's a phenomenal athlete coming out of high school. Then he was able to get developed and be I would say potential draft pick and go pretty high. He might sneak into the first round, according to some people. So congratulations to him, because he's met or exceeded, the standard or expectations, whatever you want to use. But also, I think it's a really good example of a player coming into college and developing and really actually, I guess, making it clear what development is. People think development is all on the coaches. I think it's 8% on the coaches.
Well, it's the same concept of you're a parent. We're all parents now. I mean, even us more than you still got a little young one still before that starts to take effect. But it's that same thing, that same mentality. You can only want it so much for your child. It's up to them to also be able to put in
the extra work.
Extra work.
Yeah, when it's not mandatory or in off schedule. I think a lot of times now, and this is in whether it's middle school, high school, college, JUCO, Division II, whatever you want to call it. A lot of athletes now think just because you do, I call it doing what's necessary so your key card works. The basics. That's not working hard. Everybody works hard. So right now, everybody works hard. So that's not a big deal. That should be a guaranteed and standard. Now, it's what do you do in order to be the best player that you can be or improve every year?
Let's keep this going here. Nebraska was an early offer for 3 high-profile running backs: Quinshon Judkins, Ollie Gordon, and Devin Neal. Which one of those guys would you guys take that would have helped Nebraska over the last few years? Quinshon Judkins, Ollie Gordon, Devin Neal.
Ollie Gordon, Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
Him.
Yeah.
Because he's big. He's a Big Ten back. He's a Big Ten back playing in the Big 12 or in the ACC because he was at Miami. But
he was at Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, he was Big 12. I like him. Give you enough. He gave you enough in the passing game, but then more importantly, he was able to get those sneaky yards, turn a 3-yard gain into 5.5, 6. I like him. I liked him a lot back, more back then.
I can't disagree with Jay, but I think I'm going to go with Judkins.
I mean, they all could have, but I just think in order to kind of eat the clock up.
See, for me, I was going to go with Neal. Probably the biggest home run threat of all of them. Nebraska was fine getting 3.5, 4 yards of carry. Nebraska just didn't have that home run threat out of the backfield. So I would have gone with Devin Neal myself.
I can see that, but I'm looking at
local
Ollie.
guy.
I'm looking at Ollie, not in 3.5. I'm thinking 7, 8. I'm talking about the ones that.
Ollie was special. I mean,
right.
Borderline Heisman campaign in 22.
Those runs, Austin, when you get 5.5 yards to 8, those things hurt.
Ollie strikes me as like Caleb Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, and Caleb's probably a little bit faster, but those things. The reason why it hurts because if you give up a huge run, that it's something happened. Somebody fell down.
You busted
or whatever. Gap, so you can fix that quickly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 8 yards, they just bowling you over.
You're just outmatched.
They just blowing you out the frame. They running you over. He probably done broke 2 or 3 tackles. So now your feelings hurt, your pride's hurt. The momentum on the sideline is gone because they're like, dang, Jay and Strick just got ran over, right?
and
like,
here we come again.
And then they're like, dang, these dudes. Then the offensive players like, man, the whole team is bringing it today. Yeah. Now you're on kind of like defense. So that's why I think, that type of runner.
What's it? You haven't been in college. You weren't on that side, so maybe you can speak from the professional part of it. What's it like to have that mystique? I can speak from a basketball standpoint of being on a losing team and then also being on a team that when you walk in the building, you walk in with a little strut because you like, don't care what y'all do tonight, coming out here with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it like when you guys had that mystique? Like
Nebraska?
Yeah. Like
that
mystique was something when y'all walked in the building, and then when you put that hum on them, then it was like, ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
something I thought.
it was. I think our best intimidation was the work we did Monday.
When y'all put them foes up.
Yeah.
But it didn't stop.
That was a byproduct of practice, though.
Right.
In the offseason training. The bigger the stakes, the more we wanted it. But that was everything that we did prior to. I mean, sure, I felt like, when we got out there and, we got off the bus, we probably had the mindset that, the ground was shaking. But I think the best thing about it, and we did great things, and that's great. But more importantly, if you're talking about this team or any team, the best thing, if you want to intimidate a team, you make whatever they see on tape come to fruition. That's how you intimidate teams. Because if you're playing a team in week 4, they looking at week 3, 2-1, a little bit of last year. So when they see that you're physical, and then they see it in real life, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. I mean, the game's over.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. When you are playing with a different type of mentality, the game's over. Only way you're going to start losing is if you just punch yourself in the face.
Make mistakes. Yeah, make your own mistakes.
But it's got to be repeated. It's got to be a mentality. It's got to be something that you want to. You just don't become physical on Saturdays or football Sundays or Thursday. You're physical every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the big hits. It's the repeated. It's the execution, which then wears on you mentally.
The precision.
It's the precision. It's doing the extra things. It's the extra effort. It's the team that in NBA.
It's downhill. Like when you downfield,
there's no fair dodging. Yeah, so like
safety's
running back
getting blocked 20 feet, 20 yards downfield.
And cutting them.
Right.
I mean, we played Tennessee and they over there. I mean, God bless him. Leonard Lewis is one of my friends. He lives in Charlotte. Our daughters used to go to the same school. And he came to the sideline when we were playing Tennessee and was like, you need to call off the dogs. That's literally because when you're getting chop blocked, you're getting up running, you're getting chopped again, or you're getting hit. It wears you. It's no different than when you used to play like Utah and that ball's on the ground. Stockton and them probably aren't just diving for the ball; they're trying to dive
at
through
your ankles.
Right? And all that, give
all
you
the grabbing,
elbow,
shoulders.
Right.
Boy, I'm telling you, you knew it was going to be.
You knew when you started. You knew when you started to descend in Salt Lake City, right? Utah.
You knew what it was going.
You knew what time it is.
Yeah.
Right. You knew it.
Yeah. That's a fact.
All right. Nebraska was also early on Tetaroa McMillan.
Dang.
I know. They were in early on him. But here's the thing. The guys that Nebraska was close with, as in like top 10 or closer. Wow. We're going offense real quick. I have like 3 minutes to get this done. I'll give you the offensive guys first. You can pick one of these guys to commit to Nebraska for their college career. Riley Leonard, Jalen Noel, Pat Bryant, Ajani Cornelius, Marcus Bowe.
I'm going Cornelius.
He's the one Nebraska just missed out on in the transfer portal.
Cornelius, just because he might be related to Don Cornelius from Soul Train.
I actually
did you watch?
I like Riley. I like Riley.
You like Riley Leonard?
And not necessarily about the arm talent, but he's a freaking he just makes winning plays.
Mm-hmm.
He went to 2 of the schools you don't even got no business going to.
I agree, but he impressed me.
I like him if he played basketball here.
Fair. I would have gone with Pat Bryant myself.
Though. Yeah, I do like Riley Leonard. I think he plays winning football.
Yeah, he's just gonna give you everything he.
And I think he has. And I think he has more arm talent than he got to show at Notre Dame.
Interesting.
Because when he was at Duke, before he got the high ankle sprain, he was cold. He was pretty much unstoppable. He was cold blooded. And that was when Duke didn't have
high ankle sprain suffered against
probably Miami,
Notre Dame.
Wow.
And then he went there.
Then he went there.
That's like your boy. Whatever happened to him? Is he? What's our boy Houseman doing
at Michigan?
He's still up there.
He's making plays.
He's starting.
Making plays.
Playing. Yeah.
I think.
Speaking of defense,
I think he started.
At least part-time.
Yeah, part-time starter.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you got time.
Speaking of defense, here are the 4 players that had Nebraska in their top 10 or better: Landon Jackson, Jared Ivey, Eugene Asante, Xavier Watts.
Oh, he's
Xavier for sure.
Dang, that right there is a great miss. And he wanted to come here too.
He sure did.
His dad told me he wanted to come.
Sure
here.
did.
I mean, bad.
It's unbelievable.
Tough.
It's unbelievable what
Landon
we do.
Jackson was also a stud.
Yeah, he could.
Either one of those two.
He violent though.
Yeah.
Landon Jackson, I'm telling you right now, he's gonna be one of. If he's not the best edge guy out of this draft, he's gonna be the top 3. He's not gonna maybe get drafted as a top, like in the with those 3 guys.
When it all plays
out, he's gonna be a problem.
There you have it. We are going to take a break. When we get back, Stricky's on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's
for shootout with Strick.
That's exactly.
He's the lifeline. Stricky's playing the shootout
back to back like the Lakers.
402-464-5685. We need a competitor. Call now, Honda of Lincoln hotline. We're playing the shootout to wrap up Power 1 on the block.
Spring has arrived, the temperatures are rising, and it's time to get your equipment ready for the season. Landmark Implement has high-quality used John Deere planters, sprayers, and tractors, priced to move and ready to work for you. Take advantage of unbeatable deals and flexible financing to upgrade your operation without stretching your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or browse our full inventory online at landmarkimp.com. Before these deals are done, experience the Landmark difference.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac nachos and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
We need competitors. Stricky is chomping at the
No,
bit.
Jay ready. Yo, we gonna. Yo!
402-464-5685. This would probably be more up Jay's alley than it would be Stricky.
Jay money.
Which is why Stricky needs to play.
No, we need Jay. We need Jay to step in, man. Jay.
You're playing, Stricky. You're playing. You're doing it.
Jay, I need a good co-pilot. I feel like I'm on the Soul Plane when Snoop Dogg.
Soul Plane, not Soul Train.
Soul Plane. When
Okay.
Snoop Dogg fell asleep. Well, he was knocked out on the Snoop Dogg, and then the guy Kevin Hart. You my Kevin Hart, my boy. You need to step in and fly the plane.
Yeah, I got you.
There we go.
No. One question. One.
Austin, I can't believe you.
Stricky gets a lifeline. Caller gets a lifeline. Neil.
See, you trying to
is on her
sabotage
Honda
me
of
already.
Lincoln. Never.
402-464-5685. Neil, he's trying to sabotage me, man.
We'll see what I don't even know what the topic is. I just turned it on and heard you guys meet somebody. So,
well, Neil, here's the thing. They don't know the topic either. So the topic reveal is the Masters. The Masters started today. So
I
that
like
will
to
be
hit the ball and not talk
watch
about it.
the ball. All right. Well, Neil, we will give Strick his 4 questions first, then we'll get to you. Sound good?
10-4, sounds good.
Okay, Stricky, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He shot the lowest score in Masters history. Zach Johnson or Dustin Johnson?
Dustin.
Yep, he's the oldest golfer to make the Masters cut. Fred Couples or Angel Cabrera?
Angel.
It was Fred. He's the only golfer to ever shoot all 4 rounds of the Masters in the 60s. Cameron Smith or John Daly?
Cam.
It was Cam, and he's the oldest golfer ever to win the Masters. Oldest golfer ever to win the Masters.
Or Thabo.
Joe Marie?
Yeah.
No. Is that do I need to answer?
Yes.
No, you have to say lifeline.
I did say lifeline,
Well,
man.
Get off and
I need you, but you bothering us when we was.
I do no such thing. Do you have a guess, Jay? It won't count.
What? The oldest to win?
Yeah, oldest to win it.
That's
Was
crazy.
it Phil?
It was not Phil.
Y'all
It was,
cheat.
it was Jack?
It was Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, it was
See, y'all cheat,
Jack
man. I
Nicklaus,
didn't
the
had the
oldest
answer, man.
to
Cheating
win
strictly
the
all the
Masters.
time,
That-
man.
Yeah, I
That's
remember.
That's
You talking too much.
That was with the yellow shirt.
the yellow shirt.
Yep.
Mhm. That's a 2-point round for Stricky. Neil, you need 2 to tie. You
I
need
knew
3
it.
or more to win. You ready for your round?
Yeah, let's go.
Get
Okay.
Uncle Kevy in here. We stop right now.
Stricky, I'm
Cut
trying
it
to
off.
give Neil his question.
I don't want him to play.
Neil, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He has the most career Masters appearances. Arnold Palmer or Gary Player?
Arnold Palmer.
It's Player. He has the most runner-up finishes at the Masters. Phil Mickelson or Ben Hogan?
Phil?
It's Ben Hogan. He shot the lowest single-round score in Masters history. Greg Norman or Rory McIlroy?
Greg Norman.
Yep, and he's the youngest golfer ever to win the Masters.
Tiger Woods.
That's a bull joke.
Hey, did he win by 1?
Yeah,
He
man.
won
I know too, man.
by 1.
I knew you was gonna give it an easy one, man. I knew it.
Neil, you're the champ. You win the shootout. $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings is yours. Congratulations on your Masters
I knew he was
trivia
gonna do
knowledge.
it.
Hold
I
on the
knew it.
line. We'll get your info. Stop in, pick up your $30 to Wings and Rings,
I
my
told
friend.
you yesterday he was gonna do
All
it.
right, thanks, guys.
You
I
bet, Neil.
told you yesterday he was gonna do it.
Dang, he beat you at last second shot.
I told you what
Don't call
Austin
it
was gonna
comeback.
do. Austin was gonna give him the easy ones, bro. I knew it.
I didn't
That
know
was an
Greg Norman.
easy-
I thought Rory McIlroy had the lowest ever.
It's Greg Norman, lowest single-round score. We'll do the tiebreaker just for
Unbelievable.
fun.
I don't want to play.
You're going to play it. Otherwise, you don't get sip. Them's the rules.
No, Uncle
Okay,
Kevy's for me.
here's the question, Stricky. What was Dustin Johnson's cumulative score at the 2020 Masters when he set the new course record for the lowest score? Cumulative score at the 2020 Masters.
.305.
Says 305. Jay, over, under, or push?
Under.
It is under. Par for one round is 72. Dustin Johnson played 4 rounds. He shot a minus 268 in 2020 to win the Masters.
That's easy money, Strick. Thanks for doing business. That was easy.
Strick's reward for doing business. Thirsty Thursday. We'll come back with the leadoff hour 2 of On the Block.
Spring has arrived. The temperatures are rising, and it's time to get your equipment ready for the season. Landmark Implement has high-quality used John Deere planters, sprayers, and tractors, priced to move and ready to work for you. Take advantage of unbeatable deals and flexible financing to upgrade your operation without stretching your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or browse our full inventory online at landmarkimp.com. Before these deals are done, experience the Landmark difference.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac nachos and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Week.
Barely a crack.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to swing the
Clubs. Which, by the way, that's Kevin Meyer, Meyer's Cork and Bottle. Here's a little fizz. You nailed the Masters trivia.
Well,
you are a man of the links.
I am a fan. I will definitely put it that way. There are certainly more knowledgeable fans than I. I certainly do not claim to be that, but that is one thing that I do follow for sure.
Have you ever been?
No, I have not.
Do you ever plan to go?
You know, I've heard while it's a magical experience to actually walk the grounds and whatnot, it's really not as much fun as it would seem. It's I think you get a better experience by watching from your couch and being able to enjoy your personal beverages without having to. Well, basically what I've heard is that the TV cameras do not do the elevation change justice. There is a ton of slope change. And so you're walking uphill all the time, all day. And I'm like,
not for you.
I just want to sit here and drink a beer, man.
It's one of those things you're probably paying for the experience more so than the experience itself, right?
Absolutely.
To say you've been.
Absolutely.
Have you been to a major golf tournament?
I have not. Now, Joe has been to the Masters. And he brought me back a ball marker and some beer cups. And I said, "What'd you pay for that bad boy?" And he said, "Don't even ask." So I imagine that not the concessions. The concessions are inexpensive, but going to the merch shop is not cheap.
No, that's also. How's your week been?
Good. It's been kind of spring cleanup time for old Uncle Kev around the
man.
farm.
No, bump Uncle Kev right now, man.
Hey
what type of stuff is this, man? What type of stuff is this, man? This ain't a Strix pick.
Sauvignon Blanc.
This is willing spring into existence, and
okay.
So
I like that.
This is a patio pounder. This is for you and the honey sitting outside around the fireplace.
Some for the honey.
Exactly. So
start with the wine today.
Let's start with the wine, simply for the fact that the beer has a little something into it that might.
It's a Sauvignon Blanc.
This is a Sauvignon Blanc. From New Zealand, of all places.
Ooh, hello.
I like that. And New Zealand is divided into 2 islands. This one comes from the Marlborough region.
Are they called New and Zealand?
They're not. They're both collectively New Zealand.
Darn.
But
Marlborough, like the SIGs?
Like the SIGs, yeah. It's the very north tip of the South Island. And they grow Sauvignon Blanc all over the world. It originates in French, hence the French name.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Side note, Sauvignon Blanc is actually one of the parent grapes of Cabernet Sauvignon, which is actually red. So Cabernet Sauvignon is a hybrid of Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc. So there you
pause.
You know.
I need a breakdown.
All right.
Sauvignon Franc. What's that?
Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc.
Is that Cabernet Franc? Is that because it's from France?
Well, yes, indeed. And at one time was the premier red grape in the Bordeaux region. And just like here, we've got corn hybrids, right? They'll get wild grape hybrids, which genetically are both a combination of other types, right?
So that's somebody that was in there doing a science experiment.
Right. Well,
okay.
I think it started off as sort of a wild vine popped up here and there, and they began to fiddle around with it. And what they found was Cabernet Franc by itself can be a little bit grainy, tannic, not real smooth and sophisticated. Now, when it hybridized with the white wine, it still had its richness and flavor intensity and ageability, but it created a wine that was also more elegant and had a silkier mouthfeel. So they took the Sauvignon Blanc, or the Sauvignon from Sauvignon Blanc, and the Cabernet from Cabernet Franc, and made Cabernet Sauvignon, which is now the most prolific planted grape, both in Napa Valley and Bordeaux. The funny thing about the New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs is that they possess a high concentration of a compound called pyrazine, and pyrazine is the same compound found in grapefruits. And so they taste like you're eating a piece of grapefruit, which is weird because and nobody knows why they have the high concentration of pyrazine, because they don't have that any other place in the world except for New Zealand. So I think it's a combination of probably soil types. It could also be like, they will clone these grape types and then replant them other places. They might have got a unique clone somewhere and just didn't know it. But they're super refreshing, super clean, doesn't see any oak. And so it's just crisp, dry, citrusy, delicious. Something like this, if you did like a bang bang shrimp, or something sauteed or off the grill with a little bit of spice, maybe a little bit of sweet, something like this would go fantastic.
Bruh, I don't drink a lot of white, but this is actually really good.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It really is. Though.
I mean, and this is the true definition of a patio pounder.
Yeah, for sure.
It is crisp. It is clean. You get some of the like citrus tart to it.
Yes.
Not overpowering, but that grapefruit, you definitely get that kind of vibe from it.
Indeed. And so, it's kind of it's not sour, but it is tart, like eating a piece of grapefruit. And so it's refreshing and can get you in trouble pretty quick.
It is always interesting seeing, because sour and tart, I think, are often conflated, but they're definitely not the same taste in the mouth. They often go together, but they're not the same.
And tart is kind of like sour light. It's just not quite to the level of being sour, but it's also, it gives you that little pucker, just a little bit, kind of make you go,
that apple pucker.
Yeah, exactly.
This is one of the cleanest, just straight through wines. Like, it's not like heavy, it doesn't sit on the mouth. Like, this is just a drinking wine, like you said, patio pounder.
That's good.
Exactly. And that's what it's supposed to be. And so that's why I brought it in, simply for the fact of that the pyrazine concept is unique to New Zealand, but also in terms of like seasonality, a wine like this goes with a nice warm day sitting on the patio, hanging out with the wife or the GF or whatever.
So you've talked about Australian wines and New Zealand wines, right? Before, which are the quote unquote classier ones?
Well, Australia is most notable for a grape called Shiraz, or everywhere else it's called Syrah, and it's red. New Zealand, their flagship grape varietal is white, this Sauvignon Blanc, and so they're very, very different wine-producing regions, even though they're part of the same part of the world. Soil compositions, elevation, all of those types of things come into play when deciding what your flagship grape type is going to be, and so. I would say that Australia is less, I should say it's more diverse. They grow a lot more than just one or two grape types. You can get some Shiraz from there. You can get some Chardonnay, they do grow some Cab. They do grow Sauvignon Blanc, even some Pinot Noir and things like that. In New Zealand, pretty much about the only two that you're going to see on a regular basis are going to be Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Noir. And usually it's about 95% Sauvignon Blanc and about 5% Pinot Noir. So they're a little more...
The black and white?
Yeah, exactly. Blanc and Noir.
Blanc and Noir, indeed.
There you go.
I took my French. I did not take French.
I did not
Spanish,
either. I took lots of Spanish.
Would you pair this with a pimento and cheese sandwich?
I mean, why not?
Would you be more likely to pair this Sauvignon Blanc or this beer with a pimento and cheese?
Probably the beer.
Let's dive into it then.
All right.
What we got?
Do it. So Ziplines, their new can opener, made right here in good old Lincoln, Nebraska. And this is what they call their Orange Splash. And I'm trying it for the first time, just like you guys are. And again, it's sort of the sunshine in a glass type of beer. Strick's on his phone over here.
Okay, sunshine in a glass is perfect because it has a little bit of that yellow color to it. Not like beer, gold, or amber or anything. This is like actually like closer to yellow.
Yeah. And what's funny about the wine is that it almost looks like water. It's so light.
I was a little confused at first.
Yeah, but the beer has a little bit of, it's basically like an orange lager. It's got fresh squeezed orange juice in it. And it's kind of a beer mosa type of thing. Back in my days, before beer mosa was a term, we called it a good times. And
what did you call it, Stricky?
Good times.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was our go-to hangover killer when we were in college.
I was a little younger than Uncle Covey, but I was hanging in there.
Let's just pause for a second. Pause. Pony strike. You're killing a hangover with more alcohol. You're literally fighting fire with fire.
Yeah. You're literally fighting fire with fire. There's really only two ways to do it, and well,
it's kind of like an addiction, right? No, not that you're addicted to the alcohol, but it's kind of a way to get over the addiction of a heavy drug is you give them a little, of your withdrawal, you give them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is not solid advice. I'm not recommending this at all for those of you playing at home. But back when I wore a younger man's apron, say me and the boys had a little bit too much, and it was the weekend and we were in college and whatever else. That was one way to help curb the pain.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Little orange juice and a little beer. And then the other way is just you got to go on a run and just sweat it out.
Austin didn't go to college, so he would know.
I have the degree to prove I went to college. I got the degree. Your first time trying the can opener. What do you think of it so far?
I think it tastes like springtime in a glass. It's just it's got a little bit of that fruitiness to it from the orange. Very easy to drink. Another patio pounder made locally right here in good old Lincoln, Nebraska from our friends at Zipline Brewing. And I think it accomplishes what we tried to accomplish, which is let's bring the sunshine.
Stricky, what are your thoughts on it?
I like it. It's very smooth, like he said. And it's nothing in it that makes you just kind of have the bitter beer face or nothing like that. It's very smooth. It's crisp. A nice 70 degree, sit out on the patio. Don't even need the fireplace. Just sit out there and just relax.
Yeah, and lightly fruity without being sweet. Which
Yeah,
I like. I'm normally a keep your fruit out of my beer guy. But maybe Uncle Kev's getting a little soft in his old age. We'll see.
Well, it's nice because the fruit part of this is soft because it's not overpowering. I went in expecting maybe a little bit more of the orange up front. Maybe not a great expectation to have going in because it really doesn't hit you until it's at the back of your mouth.
And it's definitely balanced. And that's I think that's key in anything in life is having balance. So you don't want too much of one thing and not enough of the other. When the parts work in harmony, the whole becomes greater than the sum, and that's what we're after.
If that ain't the truth. A few questions before I let you go.
Yeah.
Number one is we are willing spring into existence. Have you been out on the range yet? Have you hit the links yet this year?
Just one time. There was a random Sunday, like I think in February, that got up to like 65 and no wind, which never happens.
Right.
And I was able to get out, and I went out and shot the most ho-hum 76 I ever shot in my life.
Woo!
Dang.
And I had 13 pars, 5 bogeys, no pressure, and it was one of those things, green in regulation, 25 footer for birdie, nuzzle it up close, kick it in for par, move on. And it was like boring, it was a boring
monster.
round of golf, which, nothing spectacular, no birdies, no dropping bombs, just, fairways and greens. And I won't have another round like that all year. I guarantee it.
Do you care to name the course, or would that be challenging it to be more difficult next time?
No, I can name the course, Woodland Hills.
Okay.
And
nice.
we played from the Grays, which is one in from the tips. So it wasn't like we were playing the old guy tees or anything like that.
No.
It was
You're
a
not even ready for
round
those
of golf. Yeah. So although I think I almost qualified now. I'll be 54 in June. So
see,
at least puts me at the whites. But
Stricky, you're still pretending you're 35.
I am.
What was that? What was that fly about to catch? What was that fly about to catch?
Cap.
The cap. The other thing, obviously important. 10 days from now is the largest wine holiday of the year, correct?
No, actually,
second, right?
I think it's
Easter's a big one, right?
Easter is a big one. It is a big
Thanksgiving's
one.
number one.
Thanksgiving is number one. I believe Christmas is number 2, and then Easter is number 3.
So number 3, wine holiday.
And what's interesting though about Easter is that a lot of people have ham. It's a little bit salty. For the same reason that you honey glaze a ham, a wine with a little bit of sweetness actually goes well, especially like a good German Riesling, because they have a real fresh apple and pear sort of a taste to them. So you ever heard of pork chops and applesauce?
Oh yeah,
same deal, man. You go a nice lightly sweet Riesling with your Easter ham, and it's spot on.
Is that Meyer family tradition?
Meyer family tradition has become breakfast pizza.
Ooh.
So I've got an Oni. It's a wood-fired pizza oven. Hear me out. So for your sauce, you do hollandaise. Then you've got cheese. Then you've got bacon.
What kind of cheese? What are we building here?
Just like a mozzarella, maybe a Mott's provolone blend.
Okay.
Traditional pizza cheese.
Okay.
Bacon on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do a sriracha drizzle.
Ooh.
With a little bit of chive and a little bit of arugula and a poached egg. So each pie, they're small pies, so they're only about 10 inches, but each
personal or not quite personal.
Well, it's brutal to eat one the whole way. I've done it and I paid for it, but each one also gets 4 poached eggs on it.
Oh wow,
that's a lot of protein.
A lot of protein, a lot of everything, man. And but that's
does the egg yolk kind of go run on it?
Yeah, it's got a little bit runny, and that plus the hollandaise for the sauce. And then
that's what you dip it in.
No, that's your pizza
sauce.
Oh,
yeah.
And so that goes right on top of the crust, and then the cheese, and then the bacon, and then a little bit of chive.
I'll pass.
You'll pass.
That sounds better than your goulash.
You know what, Austin? I've heard enough of you today.
I do like goulash.
No. Have you heard Strikey's goulash recipe?
My goulash is cracking.
I love me some
Release
goulash.
the kraken.
I haven't had some since God, I can't remember when.
My goulash is different than your goulash.
You gotta lay it on him here, Stricky.
All right, what's in your goulash makes it better or different?
Grits, some form of sausage, bacon, egg scrambled with jelly, and mix it all up and go to town.
That's not even goulash.
Goulash.
That is not goulash.
That's Stricky Southside Alabama goulash.
Opelika born and raised.
That part.
I don't think so. That doesn't even qualify.
Yeah, it does.
No, man.
Just like yours don't qualify as breakfast pizza.
It's got bacon. It's got eggs. It's got cheese. It's got hollandaise.
Uncle Kevy.
Did you ever consider like white pepper gravy for the sauce instead of hollandaise?
I've had
pepper gravy,
like almost like a biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Where
my stomach's turning right now.
I have had breakfast pizza like that. I like this better.
Big grill.
Oh, and then we also do mimosa buckets too.
He's the big grill.
So breakfast pizza and mimosa bucket.
Nice. I was wondering
and that's
what
a
you
wood-fired grill, wood-fired pizza oven. So that's how we roll at the Frog Farm.
What's going on at 13th and South here before the Easter holiday next 10 days?
Well, we're gonna start a spring wine sale next week, and so people can not only stock up for the Easter holiday, but also save a few bucks and
stock up for Memorial Day.
We're seeing a ton of new beers come in, new seasonal, so a lot of those winter ones have phased out. We're getting the spring and summer beers in now. And so that's pretty huge and a lot of fun. Also, some new whiskeys. It's kind of fun because it's never the same store twice. And every week we get something new. And so, come and see us over at 13th and South.
What are some of those whiskeys you're excited about to bring in? I'm sure people will ask.
Well, like there's one that's relatively new called New Riff. Which is pretty cool. There's another one called Lucky 7.
Stricky, that's you.
Ha! 7.
7-Eleven. Lucky Stricky. Just lots of stuff going on. The best way to do it is just come on and see us. Come check it out.
Corner 13th and South. A few things from the text line here. Dave Dipple says, Strick, that is not goulash.
Straight goulash.
Bill and Bennett says, Strick's goulash sounds like a punishment for the toilet to me. Crowbait says Strick's making a breakfast casserole.
Y'all don't know.
And Don is all on board the Uncle Kev breakfast pizza. Doing the poached egg on the pizza makes perfect sense with the hollandaise.
Yes, indeed. I like you. Who was that?
That was Don.
Don.
This is what I have to. No, this is what I have to say to Don. You ready? Shh. Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no.
I don't even know what to call Strick's goulash. It sounds like S on a shingle.
You know what? That's why y'all just don't know.
Well, you also haven't brought any in for us to try ever. So
you don't ever try anything I bring in because you don't like what Stricky be mixing up. But Big Grill guy, look at Stricky.
When you offer me, I eat it.
I did
when
that.
you don't offer me, I don't eat it. I'm like someone who steals
what you call
onion rings
goulash
at
or
Buffalo
extra
Wild
No,
Wings.
that's what I made today. Stricky can do a little something.
Yeah.
That's some chickpeas with some rice, some chives.
What's your protein
little
there?
bit of a New York.
New York? All right.
Shoot, don't y'all be it's okay. I'm just gonna keep on Strickying.
You keep on Strickying. You keep on Uncle Kevin. Thanks as always for coming in, Kevin.
Appreciate you, fellas.
That's it. Kevin Meyer, Myers, Cork, and Boswell, 13th and South. More on the block right after this.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Partnered with Parkview Animal Hospital. This semi-annual fundraiser collects donations and sells raffle tickets to raise money for Vets Get Pets, a program in the Nebraska Department of Veteran Affairs that helps with adoption fees for veterans. A special beer will be brewed, and the first 100 customers who buy the beer will receive a special edition Stadium Cup. That's all this Saturday at Corn Coast Brewing at 14th and Yankee Hill.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena April 18th through 19th.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it's becoming a wild ride in the car market these days, but Koppel wants to let you know and assure you that we are staying the course with our usual pricing model. We've still got huge discounts and low interest rates, so let's get after it. We've got over $12,500 off list price or 0% APR right now on select new vehicles. New and pre-owned, our lots are full, so now's the time to buy. Please stop on in the dealership or check us out at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G187747. All deals with roof credit.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes.
Clash together, so close.
And family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We got feuding.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts. Beer. And barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Do you want to talk about it? No. Okay, fine. I'll start. Distracted driving. Who does it?
Ew. Gross. Could you not?
Okay, Dad. So what I'm hearing is no one ever drives distracted.
I mean, barely.
Maps. More than 14% of all fatal and injury crashes are caused by distracted drivers. This is distracted driving for real. Let's start driving for real. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're back on the block. Austin Orman, Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland with you. Big thanks to Kevin Meyer, Myers Cork and Bottle, for his appearance on the show. Weeklies Thursday at 4 p.m. Make sure you go check him and his store out at 13th and South here in Lincoln. This segment of the show, as always, brought to you by Heartland of Nebraska Windows, owned by Gary Schunkweiler. They do a great job down there. Based out of Hallam, Nebraska, they offer free estimates, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows. Lifetime warranty on everything. Local crew of installers, their own team and everything. Heartland of Nebraska Windows does some incredible work. Check them out at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Stricky, we'll open up the floor to you first. Big night last night in Stricktown, USA, as Luka Doncic makes his return in the purple and gold. Your reaction to Luka's homecoming, if you will.
Wow. Things got off to a little sluggish start. I think it was really a matter of figuring out how they were going to play, what the rotations were going to look like, how much LeBron would allow Luka and his strength to do what he does and how they would be able to mix and mingle that. And they figured it out. And they're playing good basketball right now. I mean, they're also doing it without really any front court stuff for the team right now, any front court play. So you've got to give them credit for, making it work. Again, I think they're probably a year away. I think it's going to also depend on who they can bring in, because I just don't think in the long haul of things, depending on whatever matchup that they kind of find themselves in, that they can win a 7-game series. And I really do believe it's going to be the matchup situation. Now, if they're able to pull it off, it's because Luka and LeBron and Austin Reed, they go nuts. They go nuts. And that's going to be the issue that you got to kind of keep your eye on. But what he did on last night, man.
Well, his reaction to the video, first and foremost, he gets introduced last of the starters. He couldn't hold it together.
Yeah, he was very emotional. Yeah, tearing up, and it is that way. I've got to admit, the later down the road that you go, the closest to it that you go, the emotions kind of are there. But
well, the emotions for Luka Doncic were one thing, but then we saw some different shots of Mark Cuban looking completely shook by everything.
Bruh, that's one of those things where there's a conflict of interest in the heart, in the mind. The conflict is, I love this game. I bought this team because I loved basketball, and I'm just a big Mavericks fan. And the other side of that is the business side of you. So there's this there's this counterbalance that's going on within you about family, legacy, what you're trying to build, not for just you, your children's children. That's Mark, and he felt it was the right time and the right move to. And sometimes they can sit down with you and have a conversation and make you feel like everything's hunky dory, and you sell the majority stake so you don't have the decision making power anymore. Only to realize that they're business minded and not basketball minded. And so now you're having to, no Diddy, take that. You have to take that. You have to look at it, and that's the emotion he had when you saw the video of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's that emotion that really came full circle, hit him with the right cross.
Do you think if Cuban had any idea this was coming, he would have sold?
I personally don't think so. I think there's no way in his mind's eye that he ever in 100 years would have ever thought that they would have got rid of.
He might have left
Luka
in free
Doncic.
agency, but not like that.
Yeah, not like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I think Luka, you got to think he's been playing professional basketball since like 14.
Yeah.
So he's never been cut.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been demoted. And he had no reason to be demoted. He was unstoppable last year. And probably felt like Dallas was on the come up, and now a little bit of injury bug. But when you go that far in the playoffs and Luka was leading the way, and it looked like he was a little bit more dedicated to conditioning, even though he obviously had an injury he had to get over. There's no way that you think he's an iconic player. He has one name. It's like Jordan. It's like LeBron. It's Luka, right? And so for him to be traded, way he was traded, and I'm sure the emotion went from anger initially. Now he feels like he's at home with the Lakers, but then all those emotions probably came back when he was there. I'm sure he stayed at his own house. I think he drove one of his, he has that, I don't know what that kind of truck that is. It looked like an army truck. That thing it's actually pretty sweet. He drove that to the game. He saw all the people that you don't even hear about that he's seen since he got to the United States of America. You got to think these people, he grew up right in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
And him as well. And so it hit him all at once. And it's just part of it's the first time he's had to deal with the business part, and it is emotional. And it sucks.
And you could tell, the fact that he was burying his head in his towel the entire time, his leg was shaking and whatnot. You can tell how much Dallas meant to him, how much of a surprise it truly was. But then the mark of a great player, okay, it's in the past, right? Luka was good from the tip. He scored like 80 seconds into the game, tied his season high with 45 points, which he scored for the Mavericks early in the year as well. A trivia question, you guys. Luka Doncic became the first player since who to score 45 or more points for and against the same team in a season?
Who was it?
Who was the other player, the most recent before Luka, to score 45 for a team and against a team in the same season?
Mark Aguirre.
You gonna take this game seriously, Jay?
He did. He went off when he went from Dallas to Detroit. You don't even know who Mark Aguirre is.
I know the name Mark Aguirre.
Bro, Mark Aguirre is the problem. Mark Aguirre is one of those ones, again, that when you talk about old school, and they say there's no one, Mark Aguirre would have gave everybody today buckets.
All right,
like
I stand corrected.
At ease buckets. Like there's no one that could have did anything with Mark Aguirre today.
All right, well, it ain't him.
Okay.
Better than Mark Aguirre.
I'm gonna say
not recent.
It's not recent.
I'm gonna say Kareem.
It is not Kareem.
Damn, really?
Not Kareem.
I'm gonna say
Clyde the Glide.
It is not Clyde.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt the Stilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's cold-blooded, though.
Lakers, Philly.
I believe so. Mm-hmm.
Come on, somebody.
That's a good guess.
It is also the third most points in a player's first road game against his former team, behind John Williamson dropping 50 on the Pacers in 78, and Spida Mitchell dropping 46 on the Jazz 2 years ago.
Get money, Spida. Get money. Somebody said my mic is garbage.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, all right. Let me make sure.
Sometimes you just talk loud, which we like.
That's what it is.
You get fired up about it.
Yeah. Old Dad 34 don't know about no goulash. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's move on.
0256. Mark Cuban said he would divorce his wife before trading Luka.
No, he loves his wife. I actually was there when he first met her. Yeah.
Wait, Stricky was wingman?
I was. Mark, let me be quiet.
Stricky was wingman.
Let's move on. No comment.
Okay, you can either comment on that or you can comment on which team wanted you to play tight end in the NFL.
Yeah, Strick, what you holding that for, man?
Just say that they have a lot of pearl necklaces.
Who was that?
And they like to
the Colts
second line dance.
What was that? The Saints? Saints.
Could have been Jimmy Graham before Jimmy Graham.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's really they had a vision. But I wasn't 6'8", so I still could have did work.
Yeah.
I mean,
did the Marlins ever tell you who they thought you reminded them of as a baseball player?
No. But did you see that swing mechanics of Sheffield and Sheffield?
You like Ron Gant?
Huh?
Ron Gant. That's who you remind me of. Ron Gant.
I remember Ron Gant from Atlanta.
Yeah, that's you.
I liked him.
Or Brian Jordan. When he played for the Braves.
I think I was smooth like King Griffey Jr. I had that smooth stroke. I be stroking. That's what I be doing.
He didn't got his little power.
I be stroking.
He didn't got him his little power pad. This dude's been off the hook all day. This is just.
And he got amped up last segment. You weren't in the room.
Yeah, I heard it all in there.
Did you know Ken Griffey Jr. is a credentialed photographer at Augusta National this weekend?
Say word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be there next year. Taking pictures.
If you can get right there.
Right up.
Who you walking with?
You guys get a chance.
Who you walking with?
TW. You know what time it is.
He's not playing next year.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's a past champion. He's playing every year.
Tiger's not making it back.
I be stroking. Oh, that's right. Let me get off that.
I'm with you on LeBron. I'm not with you on Tiger.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna win it. I think he's gonna play.
Boy, I tell you, it's a bad feeling when that doggone club hit him upside the head and he had amnesia and ran into ever since then and he ain't been the same.
Right into the street light.
That's why you that's why you gotta be strict. You gotta have 2 phones. You can't. Hey man, I'm just saying. Hey man, you gotta have a bat phone, man. You gotta have a bat phone and you gotta have a wingman. You can't.
This dude here.
I'm just saying.
Out. If I had to follow somebody, it would be. I like Fred Couples.
Oh, okay. Old school.
Or
he's still playing though.
He's smooth.
I like today.
Nice
Scheffler or Roy be too many people.
Mm-hmm.
You big Australian accent guy can interest you in Cameron Smith.
I'm gonna tell you who I would follow, and he's one of my favorite golfers.
Rory?
No, Angel Cabrera. Straight up.
Love that for you.
El Pato.
What's my guy's name? The real skinny Spanish dude.
Sergio. Angel Cabrera.
Okay. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, when he was up at Hazeltine, and his caddy, he wanted a club, and they must have been they must have been speaking their language or whatever.
That language is Spanish, by the way.
It's Spanish, but it's different. Different type of Spanish.
Olazabo.
Different
dialect.
Olazabo. He took the driver, tapped the dude on the head. No. I want the 9. Then took a big old drag of his cigarette, stuck it to 3 feet on him.
No. Yo quiero el 9.
Yeah. And the dude ain't messed up all week.
Bien hecho, Strickland. Bien hecho. Bien hecho, Strickland.
Muy cerca. 3
Alpine.
Alpine. Yeah. We turning on the block in the Spanish block.
En el bloque.
I'm trying to go to DR.
You need to stay here.
Whenever anyone leaves Jay's show, he says they come back.
Nah,
brand new.
you did. Even with even
Yeah, what's his
Harrison
name? Come on, thank you, Harrison.
Angel Cabrera. They asked him if he was scared coming down the stretch. He said, I grew up on the streets. I ain't scared of nothing.
That part.
No,
I can walk down Old Street.
Them streets got him in the prison, but he came right out of prison. 2 years in prison and won the first time on Champions.
Started ripping it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Prodigy.
I like it.
I'm following Spieth. If I could.
Jordan
Spieth guy.
There's too many people.
Jordan's kind of faded to the background. It's Scotty's show now.
Yeah.
Scotty, Rory's kind of the voice in the face right now. I think Spieth is like well known enough that he has enough people. You're not alone, but not like peak of his powers. Jordan Spieth. Morikawa's fun. Trying to think. Hanging with Cameron Smith sounds like a blast, to be completely honest. But let's ask this: you guys get to, if you have the chance to go to any sporting event in the world, what's your bucket list sporting event that you would go to?
I'm gonna say a World Cup. Finals. Not the pool play. Finals.
Where you want to watch at?
In España. Or
Barcelona,
Italiano.
Madrid, Rome, Venice.
I would like to also
Florence.
go. Yeah, one of them. I would also like to go to would you rather watch rugby, Jay, being a football guy, or because I would much rather go Australian rules football or rugby?
Ain't that the same?
No, they're different. That's what's crazy. They kind of have a similar concept.
What's the
but
one
they're
where
different.
they do this?
Australian rules football is the one where they actually have to drop kick it through a field goal.
And that's the one they do this.
Yeah.
I'll go see that one.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you the event I want to go to. I want to go to European soccer, Manchester United against Manchester City.
Ooh, it's gonna be rowdy in there.
Yeah.
Don't wear.
No, I just want to be in the box.
Right. Don't wear a shirt. Don't wear a shirt.
Sent by Rick George.
You might walk out and get a clobber upside the head.
I want to be out there like pre-game and all the festivities, go through the little towns and see them marching and all that. Then I gotta go upstairs.
Who are you rooting for? Shoo or Messi?
I like Messi.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not a sure guy. That's Ronaldo.
I like the dude Zoltan.
You know who I like?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, and
I like
I am God.
He's still around.
Kylian Mbappe.
I will be there no matter what.
Yeah.
I like Mbappe. Just because of the name.
Zoltan's
Mbappe.
His story is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You surprised he turned down the moolah?
No, because they were talking about American player, how good he was. And he was like, oh, he scored that many goals? This is his prime? I did that at 16.
I did that at 16. Real calm, cool, and collected about it, too.
You probably like him because he told LeBron LA is his town now.
That part.
So, that's what, see, look how excited you get. That haterade, boy. You just got that haterade on IV on 1,000.
Eric and Brad are saying easily a Super Bowl would be their bucket list event. Chubby Rhino is saying Hammers versus Hotspurs, whoever that is.
Oh,
He wants to see the bananas.
That's European soccer.
Oh, that's European soccer? Oh, I thought that was a banana.
I wouldn't mind going over
I would like
to
see
see
that.
like what over there in that.
Would you like to see the
like
croquet? Or where they throw the little thing where they hop in?
Oh, no. Nah.
Where all the
cricket?
Indians be? Yeah,
Cricket?
the Indians.
Cricket?
The Indians are real good. Or English.
Hey,
Yeah.
they get paid for that.
They do.
Yeah.
Handsomely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to see when they were talking about Joker and he was talking about where he's from, and then they played.
Oh, they rowdy over there.
They played that over there.
Yeah.
Where they played, and that whole place was rocking.
Rocking.
I want to go over there again. I want to experience it. Then I got to go get security.
Yo, they be
I
rocking.
got a feeling that European soccer now there's not many brothers.
Don't
over
wear
there.
the right.
You
Don't
taking
wear
a
the
beat.
right. Don't wear the right jersey now.
You
Wrong
take-
jersey.
They beating people up, man. over
Someone
there.
says Indy 500. Either of you any interest in NASCAR?
I went to F1. I like F1 better than Indy.
I've been to the Bank of America one up in Charlotte. The really
They're
exciting,
powerful cars, though. I like.
the exciting part is
I
the
was
start,
thinking about going to the
and then
F1
somebody
in
gets in a
Vegas.
crash.
Oh,
that's the only thing that's exciting because they driving around in the circle for hours.
Yeah. I don't think I could do they say it's really prestige, but I'm not very big on the horses.
Oh, you know where I'd like to go?
Kentucky Derby? Oh, Wimbledon. Oh, New York, huh? Oh, no, London.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Wimbledon.
finals.
On the grass.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you.
We got to vote for Monaco Grand Prix. We got to vote for World Series.
That's
Game
the one
7
I want to see.
between
Monaco.
Braves and Yankees.
Monaco. That's the one I would. I went to the one in Brussels. It was very nice, but I would definitely like to go to Monaco.
I was wondering if I could get in. I don't want to say sneak into, but get into F1 in Vegas. But
I would like to go to a poker tournament in Monaco in the top casino.
You think they actually let you up the hill this time?
They let me in this time.
You sure?
Yeah, look grown.
They got a picture of Jake Sorensen at F1 down in Vegas. Don't let him in here no more. He ate everything in there.
Wow.
I ain't never seen somebody so skinny eat that much. He had a wooden leg. There was 4 levels when we were down there. The one dude said, "Don't come back here no more."
Wow.
Jake
can't go to Blur this year.
Jake had
he can't come.
3 plates.
He ate everything at Blur
and drank everything.
He sure did. We couldn't even get tickets messing with Jake. Jake's stingy. That's why we call him. Guess what we call him, Austin?
Shaky Jake. Before we get out of here, one of the best quotes of the early going in the Masters so far comes from Patrick Reed. How would you sum up your day? Piss poor. Pretty simple. Hit it fine. Missed it in the wrong spots. Putted like a blind man.
Whoa.
Hit the ball fine. Putted horribly. Given all that, a 71, I don't care. It's not good enough. Next question. When you're having a day like that, you want to break it. You want to break the putter. That's what you want to do. But
or
you
throw
didn't,
it into the puddle?
No, I should
have. John Rahm snapped his club.
Ooh. Oh, I'd also follow John Rahm.
But that's what's
he looks
crazy.
Just like one of my buddies.
If you snap a club, you're done.
With that club for the day.
Yes. Yeah. For that.
But those dudes
you're
can
done.
do anything. You see, I just think we'll talk about on old school. Some of those guys there in that other league, boy, they struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
live. Yeah.
They struggling.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. They playing, it's competition ain't good enough.
Wow.
The paycheck fat though.
Well, there's not really competition.
Yeah,
because the money's guaranteed.
Yeah, money's guaranteed. Yeah.
We'll take our final break of the show. Get you set up for old school on the other side.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena April 18th through 19th.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And Ticket listeners you can get $150 off your enrollment. The next 10-week challenge begins on April 12th. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Hey Stars fans, I'm Matthew Maltek, captain of your Lincoln Stars. Thank you so much for your support of us all season. Don't miss our last regular season home game Friday, April 11th, when we host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05 at the Icebox. Be here to win prizes throughout the night and to cheer the boys on. Purchase your tickets for April 11th now at LincolnStars.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. In the afternoon, high around 69. Tonight, mainly clear skies and continued breeze, low around 37. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine with light winds and an afternoon high around 70. I'm meteorologist Kyle Reflected for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay, fine. I'll start. Distracted driving. Who does it?
Ew.
Bro.
Could you not?
Okay, Dad.
So what I'm hearing is no one ever drives distracted.
I mean, barely.
Maps.
More than 14% of all fatal and injury crashes are caused by distracted drivers. This is distracted driving for real. Let's start driving for real. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're back. One final segment here brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha. Check them out at lovboma.com to learn more. Austin Norman, Jay Foreman with you. Easter egg handling some business. He'll be back for WTF at 6. Jay, some college basketball news today. Greg McDermott brings back one of his longtime assistants in Creighton grad, Alan Huss. Huss led High Point to a conference championship, conference tournament title, and a first-round near upset of Purdue at times. Purdue turned it on late against High Point. So a successful mid-major head coach is coming back to his alma mater and to the place that he got his start in coaching to be the head coach in waiting. What do you make of that plan from Greg McDermott, Creighton, and Alan Huss?
That means the time is coming. It's near. Within a year or two, I assume, right?
Yeah, sounds like not this year, not now, but probably within the next 2 or 3.
Yeah. I mean, Greg McDermott will probably maybe move into administration role, I'm assuming, at Creighton as some sort of ambassador. But, I think it's it's in part, he's part of his coaching tree. So, he's kind of built that program down there at High Point. Actually, I had one of my good friends in Charlotte play basketball at High Point. Eric Crane. Shout out to Eric Crane. He was hyped when they got in there. It wasn't too hype after they lost, but
they gave him a game for a while.
They did. And so, very rarely do you get or hear coaches being able to turn the program over to people that they handpick. The one in Virginia was kind of manipulated by the timing of it.
Same in Wisconsin.
This is really a passing of the guard. It'll be interesting to see how the guys on the present roster react to this. Now, do you start looking at other options? Because you got to think Josh Dix came down there. Now, he only has 1 year left. It's not that big a deal. But if you're trying to recruit a freshman and McDermott's coming in and you're a big-time freshman or on top of their list, and you're going to have to think twice about it.
There's a good way for this to go, a bad way for this to go from the Creighton perspective. Obviously, from the Nebraska perspective, kind of hoping it blows up in their face and that Huss doesn't have the same success that the McDermott does. What to you, though, is the key rationale for bringing Huss back now instead of giving him more seasoning as a head coach at High Point?
To make sure that nobody else comes and gets him. So say he stayed at High Point, had another good year. Georgia Tech comes and offers him a ton of money, or some other school. This way you can kind of make the transition smoother, and he can just kind of, be kind of almost like Nebraska did with volleyball. Somebody they've been up through your program, you trust them. There you go.
Not to just go back to this one example, because there are certainly others, but Duke and the way they handled it, it's similar to what Creighton's doing right now. And what Duke did was, even though Krzyzewski was still the head coach in his last year, making all the decisions and whatnot, Krzyzewski wasn't out on the recruiting trail. I wonder if Creighton's going to do something similar, where McDermott has control of the team, the day-to-day, the players on the roster, but any recruits are talking to Alan Huss about his vision for the future. And obviously taking a look at what, Greg McDermott is doing, because that's what Alan Huss comes from. It's what he knows.
Yeah, especially maybe not this year, since he's probably going to be there for at least 2 years, but for sure next year.
Yeah.
But if they're talking to recruits that are in that class that most likely Huss will take over, that's definitely got to be a solo mission. So it's great on paper. It's got to be handled with white gloves, but then also you have to get a lot out of it as well. So there's still a lot of work to be done. I mean, we've seen it with Will Muschamp down there in Texas. Never really came to fruition. And if they have some sort of change in athletic director, then that deal is off. Right. So we'll see. But
I know some Creighton people weren't thrilled with how Marcus Blossom handled the Kirsten Bernthal Booth presser. So be interesting to watch over the next.
Yeah. I mean, things can change now. Once you kind of show them what you want to do, it might be all hunky-dory right now, maybe not come Monday.
It's also interesting to see Bruce Rasmussen down in Vegas.
Did you holler at him?
I was tempted to, but didn't have the great opportunity.
He's from Creighton, don't matter.
I know. I was wondering why there was a random guy in a Creighton pull over there. Yeah, Bruce Rasmussen, which makes sense. He's kind of a higher up in basketball. So he's Jay. I'm Austin. This has been On the Block. Little Old School comes your way in just a moment.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company